Hi everyone, today I got the Tools and Toys box in the mail and there are a lot of cool things inside this hinge tin, like the today/look clip, the good dog stamp, which also doubles as a cool figurine. It comes with a matching red brick VersaMagic chalk ink. There is this postcard that looks just like the tin. There is this double-sided frame memo pad which has 4 designs back and front. So there's also this matching set of stickers. So one's to match the designs on the tin, some stickers for various purposes, such as covering up your mistakes or sitting in the corner of your memos. The 12 months of WOW. So I've already taken off February's one, but if you take off the stickers, they reveal another design inside, so you can use this like a design postcard once you've finished with it. I also got this cool paper shelf and assembled it, which is also sold in the Hobonichi store, and it can hold quite a bit on each shelf, so I'll probably be keeping my tin on here. And then using all those things from the tin plus some other supplies, today I created this page. So let me walk you through how I created it and what was my process. Okay, I'm going to do a page now in my Hobonichi Cousin using the stuff that I got in the Tools and Toys box, including this little woofer here. So I'm just going to set it up with the clip. First I'm going to put one of my date stickers. These date stickers I make myself, and then I put them up on Patreon. So if you want a printable set each month, you can get it there. I just print these out on address label paper, so I don't have to stick them down with glue. It makes it much easier. And then usually I make a point not to stick them in the same spot every time. I like put them in the middle and the side. Otherwise you'll end up with the bulk in the same spot. If you put it in each top left hand or right hand corner, it'll make the book very like bulky in one spot. Here's the postcard. I'm not sure where I'll put it actually. Maybe I'll keep it in the front of the book for now. I already have like these coasters and cards from a cafe, so think I'll just put that there. That's from the cover itself. Here, yeah. All right, now the next hardest thing to do is to pick out a memo, which one to use. This one's like a photo frame, like an Instax. This one's almost got like, you could put a date and a title here. You could almost like do a little good stamp there. Actually, I might do that. So I'm just going to ink up the dog. Well, that was pretty good if I don't say so myself. I thought I had a go drawing the dog stamp from the perspective of me looking down on the table. So the proportions might be pretty strange. Because I'm just drawing a pen with no, what do you call it? No draft, which is how I usually do it. And actually the proportions of this dog is really strange because he's a stamping dog. Therefore, his bottom is heavy. While I'm in the process of drawing this good dog stamp, in today's package with the Tools and Toys box, I did actually get that paper shelf that you see in the beginning of the video, and I filmed a whole section of me assembling it. The way you assemble it is very similar to the way you assemble a metal shelf because it's essentially the same parts. It's got like the side brace, the shelves, the top and the bottom, some paper fasteners to affix it to the top and the bottom part. It actually has really simple parts, but it all comes together pretty well. But the way I filmed it, I use like Magic Cam, and then I must have either lost the footage or accidentally deleted it, so that whole sequence of me putting the shelf together for half an hour is like gone, unfortunately. But it is a very nice shelf, and you can get it in that blue and orange color that you see in the video. I think there's also a grey one which is very much like the metal shells, like hardware shells that you normally get, and also an all yellow version, which they're all pretty cute. I have to stop myself from getting another one maybe, because they're very useful and quite sturdy. They can hold 500 grams per shelf, so as long as you keep it light, like I have in the video, then it should be able to bear the weight. I also filmed an entire unboxing sequence of the Tools and Toys box, but unfortunately it looks like I've lost it or something happened as well, so I don't even have that footage. So in its place, it's me putting together this page. I guess as a process is kind of interesting as well. Like I may have mentioned before, I don't normally pre-plan how my pages will end up. So I just do whatever really fits on the day. So in this case, I wanted to use the bits of the stationery that were in the tin. And I think my favorite part is actually the memo sheets. I think those will be like really handy to like write little notes and things because the frames make everything pop and look nice. So I was even thinking I'll be traveling to Tokyo next month to take some with me so I could use it for journaling or even use it for things like train stamps or like the airport stamps as souvenirs, and then use that to paste in my Hobonichi. I think Tobichi usually has a stamp as well that you can put in there, so anything like that that I come across, I think I'll use it for that. I haven't talked about the today's/look clip, which is at the top of the page. So that comes in the tin, and it's a collaboration with High Tide/Penco. So I think they make custom ones if you ask them, because I have one from an Australian like coffee supplier that made a similar like red clip for their coffee bags. So I already have quite a few of these Penco clips at home because they're quite useful for just like holding. I use it to hold little bits of stationery that I'm using, or yeah, again, clipping coffee bags or chip bags or something like that. But this design of the today's look clip is actually kind of unique because it's got little eyes in the front that say look. One's they're a semicircle, so one's I guess on the bottom and one's sort of in the middle. And on the back it contains writing prompts for today's theme. So like suggestions of something yummy you've eaten today, some news, what you're thankful for, something you tried, what made you happy today, what was funny, something that made you go wow. Today's potential, I suppose, in line with the theme of this year's Hobonichi Techo. So that's just nice to have clipped at the top of the page as a reminder. I'm going to use this old Hobonichi life book tape that I got years ago off an auction just to stick it down. Sideways or topways? Sideways? Then maybe I'm gonna sacrifice one of the monthly stickers. Check them out. I guess these are the Setsuban like devils that you throw beans at. I'm just going to stick down the memo sheet now with my favorite glue. You might have seen me mention it in a previous video where I talked about my favorite supplies for using in my Techo. So this one is called Cococina, which is an Italian glue. It has the slight smell of like almonds, so if you're not a fan of that, you might want to stay away from it, but otherwise it's definitely my favorite glue because I don't really like it when the corners stick up or there's the side of the paper sticks up, so I kind of want to glue down all the edges. So that's the one that I usually use. So you're going back to the idea about laying your pages out. I know people like to think a lot about spreads and layouts, but I think it's best to just keep it spontaneous. I kind of have, if I have something in my head about what I want to show in the page, there might be one particular like photo or drawing that I want to highlight, so I kind of make a page around that. So in this case, I started with the memo sheet, and because it's a certain size, I put it in the top left corner and then worked the date sheet around it and the large sticker from the postcard to fill in the space. And then in the remaining space, I've thought, well, what are the two things that were my favourite from today's package? So one was definitely the paper rack. So I've gone ahead and drawn that because it's quite striking. And there just happens to be two Neocolor pastels that I have that just about fit the same color of the shelves and the side part. The package came with this nice postcard as well, which I'm probably going to keep in the Tools and Toys tin. I think if you want to learn how to lay a page out in a way that looks nice to you, is to look at other books and magazines, especially design books, because what you're looking at is the printed page. Like don't necessarily go to like the old standbys like Pinterest or just doing a Google image search, because what you're making is actually like an analog page in front of you. So you want to make something that looks nice to you, but then I guess is laid out in like the old-fashioned way, because you're not doing desktop publishing, or well, it's not really graphic design per se, but it's like old-fashioned cut and paste almost. So yeah, look at books and magazines, go to bookstores, go to the library, open up some books and see what kind of things you like. Think about the interaction of pictures and words on the page and how they're arranged, because in a way you're trying to tell a story, which is your story, even if you're just like drawing some stationery things, but it's like your opinion of it, like what you're highlighting. So this is where all the things that you like and appreciate come into play. So whether it's like movies, or if you go to art galleries and museums and look at certain things and remember those things, and then they all kind of come out on the page when you sit down and create a page. Right now I'm drawing on the shelf as if they were like little ghosty kind of figures, things that I put on the shelves. So little tapes. I think I have a lot of acrylic stands, which is kind of corny. And I have like a little mini Snoopy shopping basket that holds a lot of little stamps. What else did I think about putting on there? I thought about putting rocks. I don't have a lot of rocks, but I have a few that I've carried around with me all the time, and little Nintendo DS cartridges, which you could just stack up because they're all like little things. So this shelf too is kind of a collection of things that you like and things that are pleasing to you and that you want to have in front of you to look at and that inspire you. That's why I think it's also important to have a space that you can decorate the way you want, that you can have whatever desk, space, have your supplies out so that you can make things in a space that feels like you. Going back to the Tools and Toys box, because now I'm starting to draw the clip. I was really surprised that they spent so much time on the colour of the clip and then the colour of the blue that's on the front with the eyes, and then even the angle of the eyes and the eyebrows, which I didn't quite get right, but I only just started to notice it when I was drawing it. There's so much behind the scenes making of this box and the contents of it on the Hobonichi website. They called it the making of original commemorative stationery. So it's in the what do you call it, the magazine section of the website if you scroll through. Just the number of samples of colours and iterations of the products that they went through is pretty amazing. Like the colours they chose for the Good Dog stamp as well, the colour combos, and then just trying to make a model of it so that it would come out the way they wanted when it was finally made. And then the fact that they actually chose to make it a tin and not just a cardboard box is also like something that I really like. And then the lid is attached to the tin, so it's not like a loose lid which you have to figure out where to put when you open it, or you end up losing it because, or putting it away somewhere because you have to take it off every time you open it. I just think all the little details that they thought of in the production of this set was really cool. Also, I'll probably expand more on this idea in a future video, but going back to like noticing details when you're drawing, like the look clip, because I was drawing it, I only then noticed the details that they'd put in, and because I don't draft, it means that I get the details wrong sometimes, which is fine, but I guess the good part is that you've actually like slowed down to notice the little details. And here is the finished page, which took me about half an hour to do in total. I also forgot to mention that I got these really cool Hobonichi stickers, the little Hobonichi bird character that they use at the Seikatsu no Tanashimi market that they hold each year. There are quite a lot of new designs, like the weeks and the drawer pouch, but I just chose to get these stickers since they're pretty cute. But they're very precious. I wrote in my and I'm going to put all these things back on the paper shelf because they're way cooler on display. So that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments in the section below and I will reply back to you again. So thanks for watching and bye.